Okay, now we're going to remove the carburetor. And to do that, here's just a little quick tip. Take your mower outside in case some gas trips, that way your whole garage won't smell like gas. So to start with, we have to remove these 3 screws on the shroud, and I'm going to use my smaller Phillips head screwdriver, just like this. Set these screws aside. Okay, that's all 3 of the screws. Now what I want to do is just remove my gas cap, set it aside, and pick up on your shroud, and then now we're just going to stick the gas cap back on so we don't leak gas everywhere. Okay, I just moved my shroud back like this. The rope's still going through it, but now we have to disconnect that primer line. So to do that, all you have to do is just give it a pull. You might have to use some, you can give it a little twist. You might use some pliers, and it just pulls off like that. Now you can just slide the shroud up like this, and I just kind of rest it up here like that. Alright, I came around to the back of the mower. Now we want to come down here to the air filter box, undo the little retaining clip, and just pop the air filter cover open like that. Then just pull out your air filter. Now's a good time, if your air filter is really dirty, to do maintenance on it. I'll have that up there in the top right hand corner. Now we have to take out the screws inside. But before we take out our screws, what we're going to do, you want to get on your gloves. Now we have to pinch off the fuel line so all the gas doesn't run out. I like to set down some rags on the mower deck so we don't get any gas on it. Now you can see that's the fuel line that goes from the gas tank to the carburetor, and there's no shutoff valve. So if we have fuel in our fuel tank and we disconnect that line, all your fuel will run out. You could either disconnect this from the tank and let all the gas drain, but what I like to do is take my channel locks and squeeze the fuel line. You're basically pinching it like a fuel shutoff valve, just like that. You don't want to make it too tight so you don't cut the fuel line. Just like that, you can see that it's squeezed. Now whenever I come over here, I can just simply pull my fuel line off, just like that. Now you can see all the gas isn't running out. Yep, no gas is running out of here, and I have a full tank of gas in there too. So that's a great little trick. Now we have to come around here and remove the screws inside of the airbox here. You can see the 2 screws, one right there and one right there. So what I'm going to do here is take my big Phillips head screwdriver here and just take out the screws. I'm going to get the other one here. Okay, now that our screws are loosened, now we're going to loosen our throttle clamp. So on the left side of our carburetor, here's our screw or our bolt that we have to loosen. So I'm using my 5/16 socket here. What I'm just going to do is take out the bolt. You got to be careful because the carburetor is loose. Just like that. Now you can see that our cable is loose. Now I'm going to slide the carburetor off. You want to grab on both sides and take it out. You can see the metal heat shield plate that came off. Now we just need to slide it out the rest of the way. You have to be careful with the little throttle vane. Just like that though. As you can see, the whole carburetor is removed. Now that we have our carburetor off, we just have to detach the wire for the throttle cable. So you can see how it's in that hole there. Now all we want to do here is just turn it so we can just slide the cable out just like that. Now that our cable's removed, we can go take our carburetor to the workbench and service it.